Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Addie's Books and Movies chat. And let me just get a shout out to my brand new subscribers. Forgive me if I pronounce this. Brittany has finally spoken with one of my brand new subscribers who's also a YouTuber. So a shout out to her and her sister for subscribing to my channel. Well, welcome back to Eddie's Books. Well, welcome to Eddie's Books and Movies chat. I am so grateful to have YouTube aboard, and I appreciate all the support and the love that you guys have given my videos. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, for the new subscribers, let me make this a quick brief. I am doing the Rapunzel Tangled series, and Tangled is actually a movie, and you can check it out on Disney Plus. Well, they have a show, and I have been watching the show with my mother, and we got to the end of the series, so I wanted to do a channel on the show so I could get to the end of the series again with you guys because I love you guys. Okay, so I have made that very clear to my new subscribers, so let's just dive into this. Today we will be discussing Season 1, Episode 14 of the Tangled series called Maximus's Enemy. Okay, so you guys all know Maximus. The one horse in Corona that works with the guards. Okay, so Maximus has been given the honor to push the royal cart for this big festival thing, and he's a pretty good horse, and he gets a lot of praise. So this is Maximus' story. So he gets a lot of praise for pushing the cart, and Maximus is the best horse on the scene. Nobody can beat him. At least that's what the Corona people thought when there was a robber getting away with money, and another horse named ACEXL caught the robber and not Maximus. So, since ACEXL, this new horse ACEXL, caught the robber and not Maximus, they offered Maximus to stay in the castle with Rapunzel and Maximus and all the townspeople, right? Okay, so it's Maximus's job to show the new horse ACEXL around, and Maximus is getting a little jealous because he just thinks ACEXL is the better horse, because he just thinks ACEXL has all the luck, especially with this one lady horse that Maximus was trying to impress by getting her flowers, while ACEXL just gave her the whole bush, and Maximus got in trouble because the lady who planted the flowers thought it was Maximus's fault and not ACEXL's. So he got in trouble for that, and literally Max is getting in trouble for everything. Like, seriously, they just wanted an okay. In this once in okay. Besides the flower mistake, there was this one scene where they were trying to pick apples from out the cart, but ACEXL just spilled all the apples and ruined the display, and Max tried to clean it up, But he doesn't pick all the apples up in time, and everybody just thinks it's Max's fault. So they say, "Oh, Max," and and um and so Max is just fed up with this. He's fed up. So he tries before, okay, one day comes before he has to push the cart. So on this one day, before the big day comes where he pushes the carts for the guards, before that happens, him and Axel tries to have a race. Max is very, 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 very slow, I guess, in the TV's opinion. But Max is cheating because he is pushing him, and he pushed him so far into the mud, and no one even saw this, which made me so upset. Like, no one even saw that poor Maximus got pushed into the mud during the race, and it just made me so unhappy. So, the guard asks Maximus not to push the cart because he's worried about, Max being so slow, and the guard actually calls him old, and he was like, "Oh, we just need some um some newcomers." And he says, "I'm very worried about you, buddy. You should take the day off, and we will just let Axel push the cart." So, that night when Maximus is sleeping, he had the bad dream that Axel took his place in the royal guard, and he gets so scared of the dream that he wakes up, and you would never guess who was stealing money and putting it in a cart. Axel. So, Max catches him in the act, and he tries to stop him, but then he breaks the bag and money spills everywhere. And when Max goes get the guard, he says, "Maximus, what are you doing?" "He's filling up the cart like a good horse, like you should be doing. He is filling up the cart like a good horse for so he could push the cart tomorrow. I don't know what has gotten into you, but you need to go back to bed, and Axel can clean this mess up because you are just messing things up." So Rapunzel also doesn't believe him, which is a big thing for me because it was Rapunzel who heard the noise in the first place, and she went in and and that's when she actually saw and Maximus and Axel fighting. But Rapunzel just assumed that it was Maximus that made the mess, and she told him to go back to bed so Axel can clean this up. And Rapunzel says, "Oh, poor Axel." So, it's time for Axel to push the cart, but Maximus is not done with him yet. So he tries to stop Axel from going, and actually what Axel was doing was packing money into this go away cart, and we will discuss on that later. So Maximus, long story short, he got trapped inside a hole, and and Axel, and you will never guess who Axel broke out of prison. He broke out the same robber and Lady Duquesne from the first episode out of prison. It turned out that he was the horse that the robber was riding, that the thief was riding on, but it made it look like they were just like Axel was just a horse that was turning a criminal in, but they were partners. They were working together to get the thief and Lady Kane out of Corona with all the money from Corona. So Rapunzel realized this, and I promise you, no one else realized this, which is so shocking. Like, no one else investigated this, and it's just no one else investigated this, and it just blows my mind how things just pass in the show with nobody else caring to investigate a robber or investigate the horse or something, do a background check or something. But no one seems to investigate this but Rapunzel. And so Rapunzel figures it out. She tries to stop the robber and Lady Kane with Maximus. But Maximus is feeling down because he's still stuck in the hole. But what Rapunzel says to him, it is really moving. She says to him, Maximus, when Axel came into town, we were all excited, but no one will have a much bigger heart than you. And so that cheered Maximus up, and they caught the thief, and they and they saved all the money, and they caught Lady Kane, and she was arrested too. And Maximus got his apology, and they put him back on the horse, and they said, "There is no other horse like you, Maximus." And that's how the episode ends. Thank you guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Love you.